G'day, Pickleball family. First thing to know, the APP Tour is returning to Atlanta this coming weekend. As shared on the APP Tour website, let's go through the tournament preview of the Atlanta Open. The APP Tour returns to the Peach State this week for its 12th tournament of the season, the 2023 Atlanta Open, held September 27 through October 1 in Griffith, Georgia, south of Atlanta. This year's Atlanta Open marks the APP's third year, returning to the Spalding County Pickleball Complex in Griffin. Amateurs of all ages, elite pros and the AARP champions 50 plus and masters 60 plus divisions will participate in singles, doubles and mixed doubles competition throughout the week. A star-studded week in Atlanta awaits as Susanna Barr, Andre Diescu, Salome Device, Alison Harris, Simone Jardine, Hunter Johnson and Rob Nunnery seek to defend their gold medals. APP Tour mainstays Shelby Bates, Ryla DeHart, Megan Fudge, Vivian Glosman, Yates Johnson, Millie Rain, Dominic Schaefer, Will Sobeck, Paris Todd, Alex Truong, Lee Whitwell, and members of the APP Next Gen national team all return to action in Atlanta. Diescu continued his dominant run in 2023, picking up 2 more gold medals at the APP New Jersey Open, raising his APP leading accolades to 21 total medals and 15 gold medals this season. The Romanian native won men's pro doubles gold in New Jersey alongside Rob Nunnery and gold in mixed pro doubles alongside Susanna Barr. Barr's 7 gold medals in 23 are the third most among APP women's pros, while Nunnery's 12 total medals are tied for the third most among APP men's pros this season. The dynamic duo of Todd and Jardine are set to return to action together in Atlanta, where they brought home the women's pro doubles gold in 22. Todd leads all AAP women's pros with 13 gold medals and has 2 triple crowns in 2023. Jardine's 9 gold medals are the third most among APP women's pros in 23. Todd and Jardine recently earned women's pro doubles gold at the APP Philly Open, their 8th title together. Fudge will make an exciting return to Atlanta, where she won women's singles gold in 22. Fudge's 19 total medals lead all APP women's pros in 2023. Defending men's pro singles gold medalist Hunter Johnson has his eyes set on more hardware in Atlanta. His 20 total medals in 23 are the second most among APP pros. Yates Johnson's 12 total medals are tied for the third most among APP men's pros this season. The Johnson twins have combined to win every APP Tour men's pro single gold medal this season except for 2. Device continued her impressive run on the women's pro single circuit, winning her 5th gold of the season in New Jersey. She'll look to keep the momentum going in what will be a deep women's pro singles field. Chemistry has carried Glosman and Truong to a remarkable run of late in women's pro doubles, and they'll team up once again in Atlanta. The duo won their first gold medals as partners in Chicago, making Truong's 2nd gold of the season and Glosman's 1st, and followed suit with a silver medal performance in New Jersey. Harris has been on a tear lately on the APP Tour, winning her 1st gold medal of the season alongside Jardine and a silver in mixed pro doubles with Hunter Johnson in New Jersey. Harris also has 3 silvers and a bronze under her belt in 2023. The venue is the Spalding County Pickleball Complex in Griffin, Georgia, and the broadcast info is as follows. On Saturday, you can watch on the APP's YouTube stream. Same goes, that's from 12 to 6 p.m. Eastern. On Sunday, you can catch the coverage on the APP TV YouTube stream from 8 till 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Also followed on Championship Sunday by coverage from 12 to 2:30 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network, as well as from 2:30 till 4 p.m. Eastern back on the APP TV YouTube stream. Second thing to know as we come across to the Dink Pickleball and shared by Tom Shields is talk that tennis legendary Bryan brothers are in serious talks to pursue pro pickleball. Sources tell the Dink that tennis's all-time winning doubles team and global ambassadors Bob and Mike Bryan are in serious talks to sign a long-term deal with Major League Pickleball, MLP, and the Pro Pickleball Association Tour, PPA Tour. The 45-year-old identical twin brothers, who are widely regarded as the most accomplished tennis doubles team of all time, announced their retirement from tennis in 2020, but not before racking up an insanely impressive resume. World number one doubles team for 438 weeks, 16 Grand Slam doubles titles, 119 tour titles, 2007 Davis Cup champions, 2012 Olympic gold medalists, voted fan favourite 14 times, and over 1,000 plus career match wins. So after all of that winning, why not just sit back and enjoy the spoils of a successful career? Simple answer, they yearn for competition. Now, of course, we've seen tennis converts before. Singles specialist Sam Querrey notably made his transition last year, only to go undrafted in the most recent Major League Pickleball season. And don't make us rehash Noah Rubin's quick stint in pickleball. Jack Sock recently announced his retirement from tennis and subsequent commitment to the PPA Tour for 2024 and beyond. Sock made pickleball waves when he secured a gold medal alongside Anna-Leigh Waters in his first pro mixed doubles outing. But his men's doubles debut wasn't as successful. He and partner Tyson McGuffin suffered a loss to a relatively unknown duo. So the jury is still out on Sock's future in pickleball. Fun fact, he actually has 2 tennis Grand Slam titles alongside Mike Bryan when Bob was sidelined with an injury. On the women's side, Tina Pisnik has recently cruised up the rankings and was eventually drafted to challenger level of Major League Pickleball. Her highest achievements in tennis include 3 Wimbledon appearances and rankings of number 29 and number 60 in singles and doubles, respectively. Jeannie Bouchard is debatably the most famous tennis player to convert to pickleball, which the PPA Tour announced recently. But as far as anyone can tell, she has picked up a paddle only a handful of times. In contrast, the Bryan brothers have made it crystal clear that should they come to an agreement with the MLP and the PPA, it won't just be for show. The goal is to win. In fact, we hear that a number of producers are interested in documenting their entire journey under the premise of all or nothing. While the twins are humble enough to understand that it won't be an easy road, their goal is to ascend to number one, and they're willing to put in the work. As we pickleball junkies know, they'll need to go through the Johns brothers to get there. But if they do, and admittedly that's a big if it's the perfect Hollywood script, the most prolific tennis duo in history faces off against pickleball's goats for a shot at number one. Step aside, drive to survive. The Bryan brothers aren't just interested in medals, though. The two have outlined a number of initiatives to aid in growing pickleball's market share in the sports landscape, increase pickleball's competitive credibility, validate and encourage the transfer of top tennis pros to pickleball, lobby for college and Olympic pickleball, build local leagues, national tournaments and celebrity pro-ams, attract new sponsors, celebrities and notable figures to the sport, encourage and grow youth pickleball with an emphasis on providing a pathway for inner city youth, hold national fundraisers to raise money for the sport's growth, including parks and rec courts for municipalities and communities, etc. But why should we believe that the Bryan brothers are capable of all that? Well, according to the New York Times, they literally saved doubles tennis. During their first United States Open title run in 2005, the twins darted into the middle of a legal fray. They sued the ATP Tour. The move from a tennis court to a court of law was a bold strategy to save doubles from extinction. Our backs are against the wall right now, Mike Bryan said, after he and Bob were named lead plaintiffs in a federal antitrust lawsuit against the ATP, the governing body for professional men's tennis, which represents both players and tournaments. If we don't unite, there may not be a game of doubles. A decade later, doubles is an integral part of the men's game. Purses have nearly doubled and doubles-only players continue to make a decent living on tour, wrote the New York Times. It's safe to say that the Mike and Bob Bryan aren't content with simply showing up for matches. The pair has a proven track record of having an impact on and off the court. We're not saying pro pickleball needs saving, but as a sport in its infancy, it needs all the help it can get when it comes to ambassadors and advocates for a spot in the mainstream. If Mike and Bob can apply the same grassroots marketing and promotional tactics they used in tennis, the sport will stand to benefit. Our sources tell us that the Bryan brothers are focused on securing a long-term partnership for 5 years or more. They want to be considered partners, not just players. It's worth noting the brothers' family isn't exactly thrilled with the idea. Their legacy is one of winning. To gamble their reputation as perennial victors on a new sport where wins are far from guaranteed is as risky as it gets. But Mike and Bob understand the risk and embrace it. If they do decide to pursue pro pickleball, they want to be the best. Is it realistic? Only one way to find out. And if you're finding this helpful and informative, please be sure to dink that like button. Third thing to know is that, as announced on the ppatour.com site, the Tennis Channel and PPA Tour are forming a joint venture to further build the fastest growing sport. The Tennis Channel and the PPA Tour have formed a commercial joint venture to further build pickleball in this country and worldwide. Effective immediately, the partnership will see the vast majority of PPA Tour matches appear live on Tennis Channel platforms, integrated advertising sales efforts for media and tournaments, and the launch of a 24-hour pickleball channel. Tennis Channel will produce all events for the PPA Tour, the sport's professional pinnacle and home to the top male and female pickleball players around the world. This includes number one players Ben Johns and Annalee Waters. The network will work with the PPA Tour to create Pickleball TV, a standalone pickleball channel, initially a FAST channel, but eventually also a streaming live video on demand service and separate websites and apps solely dedicated to the tour. A minimum of 100 live hours of PPA Tour play will appear annually on Tennis Channel and its free ad-supported streaming television FAST channel T2. Viewers will have further access to PPA Tour coverage on the network's subscription streaming service, Tennis Channel Plus, its website and its app. As the producer of all PPA Tour content, Tennis Channel will have the right to show every match on the tour, including same-day delay and on-demand access to competition that does not appear live on the network. Pickleball enthusiasts who currently watch matches online for free on other platforms will continue to do so on Tennis Channel's website. With the agreement, the Tennis Channel parent company has the option to invest in the parent company of the PPA Tour. According to February's annual Sports and Fitness Industry Association top-line participation report, the pickleball has been the fastest growing sport in the United States for 3 consecutive years, increasing 159% in that time. This is an exciting moment in the ongoing evolution of the PPA Tour, said Tom Dundon, owner of pickleball.com and the PPA. There's no company in the world that's as well positioned as Tennis Channel to immediately capitalize and expand upon the current pickleball explosion and the early success of the PPA Tour. Their model is unique in sportscasting, and we couldn't be happier to work with them to develop a consistent, reliable home for current pickleball fans and others to come. Both organisations will work closely to combine the tour's year-long premier pickleball competition and the network media's infrastructure to maximise the PPA Tour's leverage while increasing the popularity of and participation in the sport in the US and abroad. Tennis Channel staples, original storytelling, studio productions, podcast material, social and online content, ongoing promotion and round-the-clock conversation will be developed for pickleball audiences, and the tour will work with the network to enhance the in-person and on-air consumer experience. As part of the arrangement, both will also work together to tap into the increasing sponsorship demand of organisations that are interested in the popular sport. Tennis Channel and PPA Tour sales teams will offer combined packages across the tour, events and media platforms. Tom and Connor Pardo and their teams have created the gold standard in pickleball, said Ken Solomon, president of Tennis Channel. And the future of any sport is driven by its media approach. Tennis Channel has spent 2 decades streamlining the sheer volume of tennis, its tours and its schedules in an easy-to-follow system across popular platforms. Now we're going to apply that same hub-and-spoke model to show people how compelling pickleball and its stars are at the professional level. A number of active or recently active professional tennis players have all played or plan to play on the PPA Tour, among them Jack Sock, Jeannie Bouchard, and Sam Querrey. Major League Pickleball, MLP, the Team League, which was just announced to have merged with the PPA Tour, will also receive broad coverage on Tennis Channel's platforms. The league has generated widespread media attention due to its extensive roster of celebrity owners, among them Tom Brady, Eva Longoria, and LeBron James. Former and current tennis players Chris Evans, Naomi Osaka, Tennis Channel analyst Tracy Austin, and Nick Kyrgios are also part of MLP ownership groups. Pickleball has been a part of Tennis Channel's long-term strategy since the sport burst in popularity in recent years. The network first aired a PPA Tour event in September 21 before greatly expanding its coverage in 2022. With events on its platforms throughout the year, there are 25 PPA Tour events on the 2023 calendar. The network will not air pickleball in time periods where it has the rights to live tennis. Tennis Channel celebrated its 20th anniversary on May 15. Paddles up!